Hey everybody, Nathan Ronen, CFA here with another update for all candidates and even potential candidates who are in the CFA program or entering the CFA program. I get this question very, very often when I talk to candidates. I'm probably one of the few people out there that actually talks to candidates on the telephone. And that is that I always hear from candidates, Nathan, I'd love to continue with the CFA program, or Nathan, I'm considering the CFA program, but the cost is prohibitive. Is there any way around it? Is there any way that, you can suggest that from a financial standpoint, this could be more affordable for me? I hear this all the time. And I want to hopefully help you out here a little bit and tell you what's available to you in terms of the CFA Institute's Access Scholarship. Now, some of you may know that the CFA Institute offers scholarships to candidates to take the level 1, level 2, or level 3 exam. And if you don't know about it, you might want to listen a little bit further and get some insight into it. So if these are the kinds of things you want to listen to, please do press the subscribe button now and the notifications bell so that you can continue to receive them on a weekly or a bi-weekly basis as I post them on YouTube and other forms of social media. Okay, well, what is this whole thing, the CFA Access Scholarship? Is it real? Is it a scam? Are there any strings attached? You can read all the background of the CFA Access Scholarship, who's eligible for it, who's not eligible for it, what's entailed, how to fill out the form, what you need to do. That's all on the CFA Institute's website. There's no reason for me to sit here and just tell you exactly what's written on the website. But what I will tell you this is, if you're going to aim to try to achieve the CFA designation and you're having financial hardship or financial struggles, the CFA Access Scholarship might be a way to ease the burden. So if you're aiming for it, here is some real good advice. Okay. As I just said, the CFA Program Access Scholarship is offered by the CFA Institute. They provide the scholarship. It's not a prep provider scholarship. It doesn't include prep provider materials. It's basically by, for, and of the CFA Institute. Okay. Now, what this scholarship does is it actually cuts down the CFA Level 1 exam cost, if you're looking at CFA Level 1, to just $400. That's it, to $400, making it much more affordable, much more financially affordable, especially if you are the kind of person at this point in your life, or if you're living in certain countries of the world and you're a finance folk, this might be your answer to chasing this big dream of getting the CFA charter, and you're on a budget. Okay, so I would definitely encourage you to look at the CFA scholarship, okay, this program access scholarship. Now, if you're going to, after you've looked at the website and you see what the conditions are and what the restrictions are and the limitations, and you read the fine print, if you're actually going to apply, here's a couple of quick tips that I would like to offer to you when you are going to write the essay that they're asking you to do. And the information that I'm going to give you here is really not that different than I would give somebody who's writing an essay for college, getting admitted to colleges in the United States or abroad, or even an essay that you were writing or something that you're writing to for a job employment. Okay. So if we're going to focus here on this CFA Program Access Scholarship, and when writing the essay, here are a few tips on what you should do and a few tips on what you should not do. Let's focus on what you should do. I always tell this to candidates. If you're going to try to write an essay and make sure that you're saying things that don't really come from the heart, but are just supposed to, you think, be what the reader wants to hear or wants to read, that's not a good essay. What you want to do is, number one, you want to be honest, especially about your financial situation. People who are reading these essays and have to make decisions, they're skilled. They know what to look for. They know what to not look for. They know who's BSing them, meaning lying to them or exaggerating or stretching the truth, okay? So be honest about your financial situation. You don't have to tell them about Aunt Sadie who's in the hospital getting a triple bypass surgery and it's going to cost thousands. It's not what they want to hear. So be honest about your financial situation, okay? The other thing that you definitely want to do is you want to talk about how you as a person, you as a candidate, relate to the values of the CFA Institute. You got to give that some thought. You got to look at the CFA program. You got to read up about it, a little bit about it. See how you connect to the CFA Institute's values. Okay, you shouldn't give them answers like, well, I abide by the highest ethical standards, just like the CFA. They've read that a million times. Come up with something a little bit more creative, more direct, more truthful, more from the heart. Okay, and show them that connection. Okay, of how you relate to the values that the CFA Institute is trying to impose. Okay. And then the last thing that I would talk about in terms of what you should do when you're creating your essay is when you're talking about your career, okay, and let's call that career a journey, connect your journey, your career, with why achieving the CFA charter is the next step. In other words, when they're looking at this, are you just getting this to have the letters CFA after your name, like after CPA, MBA, JD, PhD? Is there a reason why you're getting the CFA charter? Why are you looking to make this step? They want to know that. So you want to connect your current career journey with why the CFA is the appropriate next step at this time, okay? Those three things that I just mentioned about what you should do, if you didn't capture them, if you didn't write them down, and remember that when you're actually trying to explain to the evaluators, the readers of these essays, why you should be the one that they're giving this scholarship to. Because reality is they have many, many more requests than they have scholarships. So what makes you so special? And if you are talking from the heart, it's going to shine through, okay? Now, and obviously you want to show them how this, how the CFA scholarship is going to help you, okay? You want to show how it's going to help you, but you also want to show why, how are you going to make a difference in the world of finance having this scholarship, okay? Or getting the CFA charter. So make sure that it's really coming from the heart. Those are the things that you want to show or do in your essay. What do you not want to do? Well, one of the things you definitely don't want to do is lie. Don't lie. Don't stretch the truth. Be real. I used to review applications for the Booth Graduate School of Business, meaning the University of Chicago. And let me tell you something. They taught me when I was reading these essays, when is a candidate giving you a load of bull? When are they just telling you what you want to hear? And how to eliminate essays or candidates very, very quickly. Okay. So the one thing to do is do not stretch the truth. Don't lie. Just be real. Be yourself. Sometimes that you have to do that with almost everything that you do today is be real, and you will get the results many times that you're looking for. Okay. Also, when you're providing responses, don't give like general, really vague kind of explanations or reasons. Keep it very personal. Keep it clear. Make sure it's understandable. Don't overdo it. Don't overthink. But at the same time, just be, again, when I'm saying be real, don't be vague. Don't skip, don't skip all over the place or be all over the place. Get to the point. Be clear, personal, and just leave anything that's vague out of it. And then the last thing I would also recommend, and people do this all the time, don't copy somebody else's essay. People will see inconsistencies between what you're saying in different parts of your application, and who you are is good enough, okay? So don't copy anyone else's situation, story, because you heard that they got the scholarship saying this or saying that. Be yourself again, be real. Don't copy anybody else's situation or story. Honestly, your story is probably good enough why you should get that scholarship. So those are the suggestions that I have to you if you're going to go that route of getting the scholarship. But before you do, Remember two things. Go on to the CFA Institute's website, read more about the scholarship and whether it pertains to you and whether you have the ability to apply to it. And then when you're writing the essays and you're going to apply to it, keep these points that I mentioned in terms of what you should do and what you should not do. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me at my website, chalkandboard.org. That's CHALK and AND board, BOARD.org. Thank you very much. I wanted to do something else other than just giving advice for how to prepare for the exam. Here's something for those people that are trying to get into the program or continue the program with one of the CFA Institute's scholarships. Have a great day.